Very nice music choices.
You'd think this was the song that would represent this easily, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It kind of goes with the events in the way.
Yeah.
So for this show, I think none of us knew what we all were at this show. I think none of us knew what to expect from the show, did we?
No.
I walked into it. I had no. Obviously, I'd seen a couple of pictures of the venue. Everybody did the scaffold and stuff, and
Yeah.
I walked in. It kind of took me a minute to adjust, not to adjust to it, but I was kind of looking around, going, "Oh, okay, right here. Where's the entrance going to be?" Now I thought it was a great setup, just so unique.
I mentioned it during it. It was that I felt that it had a very ICW style feel, where the ring was very close to the entrance.
Very similar to it, yeah.
Yeah. And I liked that. I liked how you have that.
That's what I kept saying, like intimate. That's just
Yeah.
what came to me.
Intimate. Yeah,
Intimate.
exactly. And the thing I was a little worried because obviously we were told it was a sellout. And when I saw that there was no chairs and stuff like that, it was going to be all standing. I was going to be a little worried we were going to be like sardines for a while, but we weren't at all, which I liked. We had our room to put our cans down,
Yeah.
which was the important thing.
Yeah.
And then everyone had their own like standing room, Brady room. Now it was hot as AF. I have to say.
Was it Sean
don't I?
O'Casey level hotter?
No, that was
It
a
was
whole
up there.
different stratosphere. That was a different stratosphere.
It's up. I don't know. I
Well,
can't.
maybe because it wasn't as bad for me because Sylvia had a fan she brought with her and she kept using it.
And everyone kept and Amy, I borrowed one of her reptilian overlord masks and use it as a fan. So
Oh, now you're thinking. I thought when I was in there, while the place was filling up, I was initially concerned that someone was going to faint because it was so hot when there was about 10 people in there.
imagine what the wrestlers were like then.
Oh, I can't imagine performing in that.
What
way.
was the name of J Money's butler?
Alphonse?
Alphonse, was that his name?
Alfonso or Alphonse?
Alphonse. I loved him and the announcer's performance, them bantering together. I thought it was really funny.
The blend of theatre and kind of wrestling, hand in hand, it
Yeah.
worked. Like it really did.
I sort of half expected something like that. There's a bit of theatre to go on, like especially it is the players' theatre after
theatre,
all.
yeah.
So, but no, it was interrupted at the start then when Justy and Alexander Dean came off before Justy ended up having an impromptu match with the Super Nintendo. And this was like a match that. How long was this match? Overall?
3 hours.
It was 3 hours.
It was longer than Okada and Omega.
Okay, by that scoring alone, because it's it's double the length of that type of match. It's like a 14-star match then.
If
Two
Dave Meltzer
7
saw it would be anyway. Yeah.
The match ended up heading to the sound booth at the start. Before we see it, a series of clips of the matches taking place around the theatre. At one stage, Justy got back chopped into a skip. At one stage, when the Super Nintendo was spinned inside whilst in a big tire. That was so funny.
That was brilliant. That was brilliant.
Peter Griffin chicken fight. That's what it was, and it was brilliant. I really enjoyed it. Have that threaded the whole way throughout the show. It was just clever and it took a lot of work.
Yeah, they continued the match in the men's room before the Super Nintendo hid under a cardboard box whilst Justy was looking for it. And I kept following him as well. Just stuff like that.
Yeah.
The match continued at ringside and between matches, and just even falling down the stairs at one stage as well. So, I think is that what did his knee? I wonder.
It was the moonsault.
I think it was the moonsault.
Oh yeah!
Sure.
Shout out to Justy, by the way. He recently got a knee injury where he's out for 46 weeks.
Patella injury. Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
so-
His kneecap. That's what he said on Twitter.
Yeah.
So we wish him all the best in his recovery. The match eventually ended up back where the Super Nintendo once again attacked Justy from the big box, and he finished him off Mortal Kombat style with a brainbuster after Justy missed that moonsault on the box.
Yeah.
So it was an 8
Metal Gear Solid style box. Brilliant. Love it.
So it was a 8-star match due to its length.
10.75.
What do you think?
Yeah, I'll second that. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. It must have took a lot of work.
Yeah.
I mean, it had everything. I mean, it was serious, it was funny, it was entertaining. I really enjoyed it.
Liam Royal and Martin Steers took on Admiral Sexy, the father of Captain Sexy, and Andy Steele, who looks like an old school Tommy Dreamer. Now, if we look back to the really, really, really old school ECW, Tommy Dreamer had this Chippendale gimmick when he first started.
Oh, with the straps. And
That's
stuff.
it, yeah. So that's where that came from. There was a funny lead up to the match. I don't know if you two checked it out. They had some video lead up to this.
I saw some of them. Yeah, you having protein shakes instead of rock shandy, and I liked them. Yeah.
Yeah, and Martin Stairs was literally like SpongeBob needing water. Like, I need it.
He's a character.
Yeah, he's really funny. He's only young. He's don't know how old. He's probably 16, 17 or something like that. Yeah, all those guys are up and coming. We say all the time on the show they're disgustingly young at the moment.
Yeah.
Like Darren Carney, he just turned 20 this week. Happy birthday, late birthday, Darren, if you're listening. He only turned 20 years old. You have Scotty Davis, who's Nathan Martin. Scotty Davis is only 17, isn't he?
Yes.
Nathan Martin just finished his leaving certs. You know, it's ridiculous.
And he's Irish tag team champion.
That's it. It's madness, isn't it?
Why are we so old?
Oh, stop. We say so
10
many
years on some of those guys.
Oh god. Anyway, Andy Steele, as I said, like he was tagging with Captain Sexy's father, Admiral Sexy, who demonstrates probably the slowest wrist locks ever seen. Waist locks, I should say.
Don't know what you're talking about, Dave. I think they were quite normal speed. I think your eyes were just in slow mo for that.
Was it just me?
Yeah, I think it was just you.
There was a bit of a Mick Foley moment at one stage with Sexy falling, I think, wasn't there?
I don't know. I think the referee had some explaining to do, allowing that foreign object in the ring the whole time.
You've been at me the whole time about that, yeah. So
yeah, it's a foreign object.
It was a great match in the end. Eventually, Steers beats Sexy Senior with a frog splash for the match. Eventually, he got his. The rock shandy was the difference in the end.
Everyone had some rock shandy.
It was a difference in the end. Now, Dmitry Krakovic.
Who was the name of the person who was ringside for that?
There's been many. Who are you talking about?
Who accompanied? Yeah.
Oh, I have no idea. I forget his name.
What was his name?
Oh, for life me, I forget. I really don't. I for life me, I forget, man.
Yeah.
I have to look that back and go back on that. So, but in the meantime, Dmitry Krakovic took on Wreck-It Rogers 1-1. This was a very solid match. Krakovic is so impressive, isn't he? And
Krakovic's great.
I love the way he moves. There's something different the way he moves around the ring and his movements.
He's very young as well. He's only 17 as well. But he's really over lately as well. Like, you know, like
He's
I
got
think
great entrance music actually.
What?
He's got great entrance music.
Indeed, yeah.
Something about it kind of draws you in.
That's
The
yeah.
whole gimmick in general, I think, just works so well.
Yeah. Rogers was very solid himself. Like, although I may have maybe tried to appreciate his character too much when I was watching it, because I think at one stage he had a near fall, and I may have said number 2 to him a lot because he got a near fall.
Yeah.
Two.
Yeah.
Get it?
I think there was other.
I get it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Penny has
yeah.
dropped. Penny has dropped finally.
I think that was down to other things though, playing on his mind.
What do you mean?
Just the reaction he got in general. To be honest with
Who's this? Rogers?
you. Yeah. Because look, it's well established at the moment why he's in the situation that he's in.
Mm-hmm. Now, for those who don't know, like, just
I'm not gonna look. He made a comment on Twitter,
right?
Okay, and he admits himself it was the wrong thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and unfortunately, there are a lot of people now. The comments obviously were out of hand, and I do not support those comments. I do not agree with those comments at all. I don't think any right thinking person would.
Right.
But he's a young guy who thought he could capitalise on something that was trending's not the word that I'm looking for, but something that was so prevalent in the news, and try and put maybe a comedic spin on it. It was an attempt at humour which failed.
Yeah.
I'm getting on his part.
Right.
And it failed in the worst way possible for him, because a lot of people I think a lot of people purposely went out of their way to try and put him out of wrestling. And I don't like that. I don't like the fact that it's been God knows how many months since the tweet went out.
Well, we
retweeted
retweeted his thoughts on the matter just recently in our Twitter. So his overall thoughts in the last 6 months about the whole situation, where he just didn't like, on the back of that particular match, which I thought was a solid match,
but look,
he didn't particularly enjoy.
The absolutely crazy thing is, right, all of us, right, now I'm just assuming here, but all of us have said stuff in the past that we'd regret. We said the wrong thing in passing at one stage or another in all of our lives. I think we can all agree with that.
Yeah.
You know, we've apologised and things have moved on.
Right.
why is it now that he said something, he apologised, but people don't seem to be able to move on with it, and I don't like that. I think this guy obviously loves wrestling because he's trained long and hard enough for it. If you follow his Instagram, you see he's doing a 365-day gym challenge at the moment, where he goes to the gym every day for a full year.
Wow.
You know? So he's obviously trying his hardest to get as good as he can at wrestling. I'm sure he's going to wrestling training as much as he's going to the gym as well. Why do people want to ruin this on him? Over one comment that was made that was upsetting. Now, I don't understand
Which, as you've said, he's already gone apologised for it numerous times.
He's apologised for it numerous times. Yeah.
I guess sometimes
just like move on.
I guess in occasions like this, or certainly maybe in the situation we are with social media, there are cases. I'm just going by what you're saying.
We talked about it during the news with the Tyler Hendricks thing.
Yeah,
we were moving on. Like, it is a thing that we have to
bring up.
We have to bring up these things, but he's not. He didn't. He said something. He didn't do anything. And I think I don't know. Maybe some people are having personal vendettas and they're trying to push this.
We don't know.
But like, if there's anybody else there, just the next time you see him at a show, just support him.
What's your thoughts on this, Andrew?
I didn't know an awful lot about it till I was talking with you guys off air. Yeah, I seen Rogers do on .ie, my hometown, recently, actually.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah.
Looks great, looks the part.
He's a good wrestler. He's a really good wrestler.
He worked with Alexander Dean that night, actually, in the main event. It was a really good match. I agree, and I don't know an awful lot about it, and I'm not passing the buck. But if you make a mistake in any walk of life, and you apologise for it sincerely and look somebody in the eye, or whatever kind of means, it should be accepted if it's genuine. And it sounds to me, and I read the post that you guys retweeted too, it seemed very genuine to me. It should be accepted, you know what I mean? Yeah. And all parties should be able to move on. Exactly. Trying to destroy somebody's personal life and professional life over a mistake.
But there's and you hear of numerous stories where there's other people, and I'm not saying like there's other wrestlers, but there's people saying, like, in similar situations, maybe in other professions, where they've said something and they're having their career ruined, where there's other people that have done worse and they're still getting away and still in the eye of people, like the good eye of people, but they probably have done worse.
But yeah, the pitchforks come out, you know,
apart from the person that has probably done something that's not as bad.
A lot of it is it's the nature of the beast with Twitter. It's like nobody is going to confront anybody like that face to face. It's easy to do it online. Do you know what I mean? And to hold a vendetta like that. But I wish him all the best. I've never met him personally. He seems like a really nice guy.
Yeah.
Great work. I really enjoyed his stuff with Dimitri on the show, and I've seen him previously on
which was a very solid match, like
.ie as well.
Yeah, the match ended with probably that cannonball that Krakovic can do. Like, you know, he literally kills people when he does it.
Get some height on that.
Do you see the gif afterwards of his corkscrew moonsaults?
Yep.
Or his corkscrew senton?
No.
Oh, the technique of how he does it is crisp.
Can I make also just, it's not a part of, it's not this match, but it's the show in general.
Yeah.
I gotta give props for like the lighting and everything like that. It was fantastic during the night.
Yeah.
Great show.
Sylvia, Sylvia, she's my girlfriend. She went to the show as well, but her sister is like a lighting tech and everything like that. And she does it for like the Helix and DCU and
like
stuff.
Spark,
like that.
is it like that? Spark's that the name on it?
I'm not too sure. She does freelance work.
She's a lighting operator.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
She's a lighting operator.
Good. I used to do a bit of that myself.
And she's got a few videos of it during the night and sent to her, and she was amazed by how good the quality is for like just a small wrestling show in Trinity and stuff like that. So much props to whoever did the lighting for that show. It was fantastic.
Yeah, which I imagine wasn't easy as well, like, you know, all the colours and stuff. So
everybody had something kind of individual too.
Yeah.
To a degree. I don't think any entrance looked the very same.
Exactly, you're right. Everyone looks more unique. Yeah. There's certainly a lot of entrances in the match after that. A 6-way women's match between Debbie Cattell, Amy Alonzi, Raven Creed, Valkyrie, Dottie Bell from Glow, and the Rhea O'Reilly. Apparently it's Rhea O'Reilly's first ever match in Dublin.
Rhea O'Reilly got, I think, the
pop
most
of the nights
easily.
Yeah.
It was surprise. I think she got the best reaction of the night.
There's a lot of people who came down from Belfast, so that's probably why she got a reaction. But I think there's actually a lot of people from fans. A lot of those fans I read the hardcores of Irish wrestling at the moment. Like certainly, like
really appreciate it.
exactly.
Yeah.
So they go all over the country for it. Like from Belfast to Cork and Dublin and stuff. So she's more well known than certainly by that crowd. Like if she went to an OTT crowd, maybe not so much. But for that hardcore crowd that was in this sort of match, easily well known. So
great energy for when they were kind of squaring off. It was a great energy just to see. You know what I mean?
It was madness. It was madness for the start. From the start.
Can we talk about Debbie Keitel as a heel?
She's excellent, isn't he? Heel.
It's fantastic.
Really good stuff.
Need to see more of that, I think.
Do you think we'll see that in OTT though?
I don't know. If not OTT, definitely for the Fight Factory shows. I think we should have a look at that.
It could be something fresh you could do for. Well, then again, the team. I was going to say Phoenix, but then again, if Raven Creeds is there, she's a natural heel as well. So we'll have to see what happens.
Debbie worked, I thought, coming out of the curtain from the moment she stepped out.
Yeah.
She had everybody's attention.
Yeah, she did.
100%.
That's
she
why
controlled that crowd.
That's why she's so appreciated. Like you know, because she can and the faces she made the whole time as well were spot on as well.
But knowing when to do them as well, like that
yeah.
stuff is, you know what I mean. It goes under the radar, and knowing when to look for reactions. I thought it was great.
It's really funny bits in the match as well, where you had Rhea O'Reilly trying to be the mammy of the match by punishing Amy for swearing and forcing her into sitting in one of the corners while the rest of them fight.
Sitting on the turnbuckle,
yeah. And then eventually Amy died from everyone on the floor and sweared again on top of that. Then the heel Debbie eliminated Amy first from the match. Then Dolly revealed to be Katie Harvey. Probably the third time in that match.
That was a great reveal when the wig came off, but then Katie
realised
the jig was up and she did that pose. That got a good reaction too. You'd forget.
It did, yeah, when she did her signature pose.
Great pose.
Yeah, and Rhea followed. Then both Dolly and Rhea were eliminated when they both fought for like a leg lock, but then Raven and Debbie submit them each with an armbar at the exact same time. Like that was a lovely finish. Then Valkyrie, who was then forced back there to behind the curtain by Raven, came back into the match and eliminated Raven before eliminated her from the match. But then Raven attacked Valkyrie to chants of Ravens going home. I love those chants so much. Where if it's not footballs coming home, which we're probably sick to death of hearing now, but at least we can.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
We know it's not coming home.
Valkyrie looked. She took a nasty bump towards the end.
There was one. Yeah. I know the one you're talking about. It wasn't a bump. It was that spot where she thinks she tried to do. I think she just touched a spot where she goes on the ropes and she tries to cross body, but I think it blotched in that case. So no, she did it perfectly the night after an OTT.
I don't know if it was a botch. It was something. She came off some sort of a throw or something. It looked like she landed.
I don't know about that now. Didn't see that.
I know. I said that before. I remember seeing LJ Cleary do a dive at episode 5 of Fight Factory, and it looked like he hit his head. And I said, it turned out he was fine.
Yeah. In the end, so it was Debbie who took advantage of Raven's attack by pinning Valkyrie for the win in a very good match. That was a really entertaining match. Yeah. Alexander Dean took on Steve Savage. Dean slated Savage from the start. This is probably the line of the night.
Oh yeah,
for being from Cork, which he isn't. He isn't even. First of all, Steve Savage is from Limerick.
Yeah.
Just so you know. Just so you know, Dean.
He said he was from. No, he said you come from CCW.
Oh yeah.
CCW is the worst thing to come out of Cork since
the assassination of Michael Collins, and that got so much heat.
Yeah.
There was people literally shouting and pointing their index fingers at, or pointing the middle finger at them. It was such anger.
Another great, even before Dean got on the mic, I thought his entrance was great. His mannerisms.
Oh yeah.
How he controls the mannerism with his hand and that stuff. I really enjoyed his entrance.
Oh yeah, like he's
before he even said a word.
Absolutely, he doesn't have to talk. He's one of those guys who you can get away without talking, but he's so much better when he is. Like a very solid match. But Savage picked up the win. The ends with a top rope elbow. It was actually a very good match. Now another very entertaining match. Jay Money against Angel Cruz. Probably a dream match going into this show.
Yeah.
Probably the entrance of the night is Cruz. Jay Money entered first of all very dramatically with an axe, followed by probably the entrance of the year by Jay Money coming down from the rafters to a crazy crowd reaction, and he's doing all this while coming down with the rain and literally. How's
he going to top that one?
Oh, God knows.
Cruz had a great entrance too.
He did.
Some of that music it suits him. It really got everybody into it straight away. Coming up from the kind of the pit.
Yeah,
his entrance music doesn't even it's so well known that people could just sing it just like that.
Yeah,
like it's such a song now. It's hilarious though. So many funny spots especially when Angel Cruz's atomic drop went wrong when his knee was ineffective against Jay Money's rock solid buttocks.
Jay Money's his facials again. I hate to do it, but his facials are great.
Oh, they're very good. Yeah,
it's the way you can convey it to everybody in the place. Do you know what I mean? By one look.
it is indeed. Jay Money tried to bribe the ref Hellboy a few times. And Rick at one stage as well, like for an advantage, which frustrated Angel. Like he tried to bribe everyone off, and he thought he collected enough money. He was talking to me. He said, "Oh, I could buy a new suit with this." Linus even got involved as ref for a brief period of time as well. But while Hellboy was down, which is hilarious. Angel eventually used his axe, which didn't have much effect. I discovered it was fake. Even that is funny because like he have all these really dangerous weapons that he has in OTT, and here he has like a
pound shop axe.
A pound shop axe, really. In the end, it was Angel who eventually won after Cruz countered. After Cruz countered Money's $1 billion booty with a cradle, and the two had a nice kiss of respect after the match. But it was an awesome match. And the main event, Paddy Morrow,
Suicide Machine Morrow.
Back in Suicide's Machine attire as well.
Old school, I like that.
Yeah, took on with Scotty Davis and Phil Boyd took on Morden Hype, but Eddie Sideburns is the guest referee. Now, if you don't know Eddie Sideburns, he's probably the biggest Morden Hype fan there is. Like we had Morden Hype here for our last Prediction League video, and that's all they were talking about. I don't know how they met or something like that, but it must have been through Twitter.
I think he came over to a show and they started talking stuff like that. He's just a guy that he just loves wrestling.
Yeah, he's from Scotland, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So
just loves wrestling.
Paddy, you wouldn't even think doesn't wrestle that frequently anymore. He's so sharp. Like that, it's true. Why so many people like see him as probably the most naturally talented wrestler ever in Ireland, and when you see how well he still moves, like it's really like it's almost effortless what he does. Like lots of really good wrestling from Scotty, especially, like, and plenty of dives from everybody. But it was Phil Boyd who played the heel so well in this match.
Yeah, Phil's got the character.
Getting into Scotty's face, like, and all that stuff, like. And eventually everyone turned on him in the end for Boyd, after Boyd kept annoying Scotty, and ended with Morrow hitting his swanton on the Boyd for the win.
Need to see. I want to see that at Grapple Game 6. Scotty and Phil.
Scotty and Phil?
Scotty and Phil.
That's a good match, actually.
I want to see that match now.
Scotty's a machine.
Yeah.
I seen when Paddy was making his entrance, I made sure I was looking at the Morden Hype boys. I seemed to get a kick out of watching Paddy come out. I couldn't wait to see Paddy Moore back in the ring. I really couldn't. I know he hasn't been gone that long, but to come out to the old Suicide Machine attire was a good throwback.
Absolutely, yeah. So, and it was a class show. Like, here's the thing, like, those type of shows are so unique, and we probably won't see another one for a while. And Dean did say to us, we had Dean here 2 weeks before the show.
Yeah, I listened to that one. Yeah, it was good.
And he said that this is probably going to be a once off, and it probably is. But you know what? Because the Trinity the Players Theatre is it's not going to be around probably all in the summer. They only use it for the theatre and for when the drama guys get back for when college gets back.
If that's once a year, okay, like that's a good novelty to have every summer, if that's a possibility.
If it's a possibility.
If you do that 3 or 4 times a year, the novelty wears off. Do you know what I mean? As far as not the show, but as in the venue is so special.
And the anticipation builds up for the next one after that show. It was already anticipated as it was, but imagine having the second version of that show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
hopefully.
Anyway,
maybe a yearly event or something.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Especially with what they did on the Sunday, I think really helped too. That they gave wrestlers the opportunity to have some matches in front of their peers. They also had the chance for them to record new entrance music or entrance videos and stuff like that, which was really good.
I only seen the match between John Bernard and Raven Creed.
I think it's the only one that's been released so
I
far.
saw a clip of they had Scotty Davis against Logan Bryce, and they did
I'm Sorry I Love You.
They did a tribute to Ric Flair versus Shawn Michaels. So yeah, it was an awesome show.
That'd be Logan's last ever match, which is a shame.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a very good wrestler.
Yeah.
So can we predict Trinity Brawl 2 next summer?
I don't want to predict it, but
we'd like to see it happen.
I'd love to see it happen. Yeah.
I really would. I think a year, something like that annually is
awesome.
It's just something different.
Yeah,
awesome.